She hit the curb so
many
hard.
Iranian security forces were killed, like lynched in the street.
Good.
Same thing in Syria, by the way, when they tried to start.
Good.
This is the U.S. intelligence agency, mind control.
Israel protested at Iran. Okay. Let's hear what this diddler has to say.
This is seriously the funniest thing I've seen at the UN in a while. So, the president of Iran was giving his speech, right? President Raisi. He was giving a speech, and this Israeli envoy, so the Israeli ambassador to the UN, thought it would be a funny idea to hold up a poster while Raisi is speaking, and just look what happened.
What is the poster?
Iranian women deserve freedom now.
What do you think about
and
that,
I had
Richie
the
Madhurst?
picture of Jina Amini.
Yeah.
That's pretty based.
Just kill him. He's right there. Just blam. Shame on you. That's the IRGC filming him.
Oh boy, Jesus.
You know, anytime they raise flags against Russia when Ukraine.
Did you see Netanyahu at the UN? It's pretty. That's what he should be talking about instead of this thing that was actually based.
No, I haven't seen that.
He basically his admin immediately revoked what he said when he was done speaking.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Like immediately?
Yeah. So he showed So the joke is that he supports the one-state solution now because he showed a map that didn't include Palestine on it, and it was just Israel. So like they've been memeing that where it's like, oh, BB's woke now. But like then the last thing he said is basically Iran is going to get nuclear weapons or something, and like he said like some extremist bullshit about Iranian nukes, and that's what was specifically redacted from his admin.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Oh, so funny.
How many times there is Russia flag when Ukraine's speaking? No, you screwed up. He looked so desperate. Also, he was like this. He's like some child, you know.
Why was it the anniversary? Hey. Wasn't it like literally the anniversary of when this just happened? Aren't we like just now like looking at the most important martyrs of that uprising? You know, we're almost every day we're getting another important face, and it's their anniversary death who died in these protests. Isn't that going on right now? Isn't like the Iran issue and with Jina Amini resurrected like maybe 2 weeks ago? I think is the anniversary of it. I wonder why, Richie.
A lot of posts. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Insane.
What an absolute clown.
No way.
Backfired
I've
so
heard that
spectacularly.
laugh before.
It is a guide. It is guide, not my people. It is guide. Guide, yes.
Go back.
Look, I did my homework. Look.
It is guide, not my people.
That's awesome.
Guide, yes.
What an absolute clown.
I'm so Gaddafi pilled, man.
Just one of the best things I've
September
ever seen.
September 16th was the anniversary.
So remember, the UN is like, think of it like an embassy. You know, whatever country it's in, whatever headquarters, whether we're talking about New York, Geneva, Vienna, Nairobi, police cannot go inside. So the UN have their own police, okay? And because it's actually, because the largest one is in New York, and they founded it in New York, the uniforms look like the NYPD. They look similar to the NYPD's, but make no mistake, it's a completely separate entity. So he's basically being detained by them, and the Israelis then claim that he was never detained. No, I'm
He's
pretty
being
sure that
escorted
you're being
out.
detained. Like, dude, they took you out. You got kicked out of the General Assembly.
That's not what detainment is.
That's not
Like a
being
spoiled
detained.
child, and grabbed and escorted out like an
Ow.
idiot. And I love what he's writing on the thing. He's
Look at all
basically
he's putting all
showing a
these
photo of
push
Mas-
links in his here. Oh, he's
Yeah.
gonna say
he's showing a photo of Mahsa Amini, which you know in the West they're so sure that she was
Oh,
the
here we go.
morality police in Iran
Oh,
beat her to
boy.
death. What an
Yeah.
absolute load of rubbish.
we did a
Oh my god.
Every
Hey,
single
Richie,
piece
we
of
did a-
CCTV footage
Rich-
says
Rich?
otherwise.
Rich, we did a great analysis of this. We can show like that, like you can see that her head was smashed into the car when she's being put into the car. It's very
Mhm.
clear her head jerks back. There's skull fractures in the same place on the x-ray, very clear.
Mhm.
The way she collapsed, there's no time showing how long it was after she collapsed. These types of injuries often can be like with leg numbness. You can see that she's pointing at her legs in the video. It's very clear what happened. It couldn't be more clear, in fact.
No.
And what's funny is
The coroner's
the
report.
regime themselves posted evidence trying to explain, but
Fake evidence, wasn't it?
yeah, it was doctored footage, but in that doctored footage, you can still see the telltale signs that her brain is bleeding.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The medical examiner say otherwise, but of course nothing is ever good
Crazy.
enough.
Oh, crazy that in a totalitarian country, the medical examiner, which is likely the state medical examiner, was in line with the state. Crazy.
It's always Iran bad, Iran evil. Anything
Mhm.
that happens is Iran's fault, etc., etc. And he says Iranian
much.
women deserve
agree.
freedom now.
I agree, Richie. You're
Yes,
right.
I agree. Freedom from Israel and U.S. sanctions. They definitely do. But those women don't count. They don't matter. Right?
Guess what would make them
So
free
they
from
only,
Israel?
They only care about Mahsa Amini because
Guess. Remember when they used to be Israel's like best ally in the Middle East
Mm.
before the United States? Man, if it wasn't for the Shah of Iran propping up Israel in those early days, it might turn out a lot different when those Arab armies. Probably not, but still.
they can use her as a symbol to attack Iran with, right?
Yeah. How many girls
It's
died
so-
in those protests after who just there's this video I saw today, and it was somebody recording like a screen capture of a girl
Mhm.
running down the street in the rain, and then
Yeah,
they
no, I saw
scrolled
this.
up and it was all people it was all women in like Muslim countries like Iran and stuff,
Yeah.
and they were just saying like, wow, I wish I could do that. And you think about like there's so many, you hear it all the time, like women being scared to like run at night, so they need like a big dog or something like that.
Mhm.
These women are so oppressed that they just want the chance for that.
To run, yeah. Isn't it wild? I think I saw Heavy shared it, I think, is who I saw it from.
Like because especially like with the videos, the Shahis in these protests that happen, like there is so much of their lives documented. A lot of these, you can see that they're just so Western. It's weird. The whatever Iran is doing to try and limit these ideas of fun ain't working.
No.
Like the one girl is like a K-pop stan, and like so the K-pop community came after them.
Was that the 16-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most heartbreaking one, I reckon.
Yeah, that one was because she was like raped and stuff and then thrown off a building.
It's just fucked.
Rat's ass about Mahsa Amini or anyone else. First of all, like I said, there's no proof that she even she was killed by anyone. There's literally no proof. There is
the
no
regime
proof.
put it out
The only
themselves.
evidence we have, the CCTV.
Yeah, no shit. I was about to say as much too. You watch. Fuck's sake.
Footage, the coroner's report, the medical examiner, nothing at all.
We have footage of her head bouncing off the
they
car.
want to make you believe that it's true, so you accept the consequences, or rather the following acts that they will commit against Iran, right? So that you are conditioned to accept sanctions, even though it kills people, even though it hurts people, that you accept them waging,
the morality police are killing people. The fuck are you talking about?
Did you see the one video where they push the woman and she like falls back and smashes her head on the curb?
No.
That was like in the protest as well.
What the fuck?
Social media, that you accept the violence that people
like in a way that would like snap your neck. She hit the curb so hard.
Iranian security forces were killed, like lynched in the street.
Good.
Same thing in Syria, by the way, when they tried to start. Good. did when they started that war, which again, oh, surprise, Israel is behind that too. You know, a lot of security forces were just murdered.
Good.
Right? And it turns out what they say, oh, Iran did this and Syria did that. For number one, it's not true. And number two, it's none of your business. So don't think of this as anything except a ridiculous propaganda PR stunt. And it's so funny watching.
That's what it was. But I'm fine with it because it's important.
You know, the Israelis think
it's important. It's really important. But you know who else this should be done to? We should also, when MBS is up there, we should also be coming out with Jamal Khashoggi, you know, and being like, hey, remember when you chopped this guy up and put him in a suitcase? And that's why like MBS doesn't go outside or like see the press at all, because they will ask him.
Yeah. And he doesn't want to answer the question.
Yeah. So at least somebody did something at the UN.
It's something.
And they're not. They're really not.
Gaddafi laugh at the end too.
Was that Richie Medhurst?
Yes.
Okay. See, I don't know his face.
I'm mad again. That one was triggering as fuck.